Nankangia. Nankangia is an extinct genus of caenagnathoid oviraptorosaurian dinosaur known from the Upper Cretaceous Nanxiong Formation of Nankang County, Ganzhou City of Jiangxi Province, southeastern China. It contains a single species, Nankangia jiangxiensis. And Jiangxiensis coexisted with at least 4 other caenagnathoids, including an unnamed oviraptorid, Banji long, Ganzhousaurus nankangensis and Jiangxisaurus ganzhouensis. The relatively short dentary and non-downturned mandibular symphysis of Nankangia suggests that it may have been more herbivorous than carnivorous. Its diet consisting of leaves and seeds. Discovery. Nankangia was first described and named by Lu Zhongkang, Yi Liping, Zhang Hui and Wei Fang in 2013, and the type species is Nankangia jiangxiensis. The generic name honors the Chinese administrative unit Nankang County in Jiangxi Province, and the specific name honors the province where the holotype site in Nankang City is located. Nankangia is known solely from the holotype GMNHF10003, a partial lower jaw and partial postcranial skeleton from a single individual, housed at the Ganzhou Museum of Natural History, Ganzhou City of Jiangxi Province. Postcranial material includes 5 complete dorsal vertebrae, 1 1/2 sacral vertebrae, 9 complete and 2 partial caudal vertebrae, both scapulocoracoids, an incomplete furcula, a nearly complete right humerus, the complete right and most of the left ilia, the complete right and most of the left pubic bones, the complete right and a partial left ischia, both femora, the right tibia, and some dorsal ribs. The holotype was found in 2010 at the town of Longling of Nankang, Ganzhou City, by a local farmer who donated it to the Ganzhou Museum of Natural History. It was collected from the Nanxiong Formation, dating probably to the Maastrichtian stage of the late Cretaceous. Description. Nankangia is distinguished from all other oviraptorosaurians based on a combination of traits, some of which are autapomorphic, i.e. unique. On the ventral surface near the base of the transverse process of the dorsal vertebrae 2 infradiapophyseal fossae are present. The sacral vertebrae bear slit-like pneumatic fossae. The neural spines of the anterior caudal vertebrae are wider transversely than anteroposteriorly, forming a large posterior fossa with a rugous central area. These vertebrae possess a large fossa on the anterior surface of the base of the transverse process, infrapresygopophyseal fossa, and as well as an infradiapophyseal fossa on the ventral surface of the transverse process. The femur and tibia of Nankangia are approximately the same length. Its femoral neck extends dorsomedially at about 90 degrees to the shaft. It has relatively small ratio of height to length of ilium, 0.36, which is additionally shorter than the femur as seen in Yu Long and Kan. The ilium of Nankangia is uniquely shaped, and among oviraptorosaurians, resembles the ilia of carostenotes, Rankinia, Haiania, and Shixingia, and clearly differs from the ilium of Luingia. Due to the lack of well-preserved corresponding elements between the specimens of Nankangia and Wu Late-Long, from the Wulan-Suhai Formation of Inner Mongolia, Lu et al. 2013, could not differentiate between them. The rostral end of the mandibular symphysial region is not downturned in Nankangia, as in caenagnathoids, and Symphysis, Luingia, and Ganzhousaurus. Unlike the V-shaped mandibular symphysis of Luingia, Nankangia and other oviraptorosaurs have a U-shaped mandibular symphysis. Although Nankangia and Jiangxisaurus possess similar lower jaws, the medial margin of the humerus is more curved medially in Nankangia than it is in Jiangxisaurus. Based on its phylogenetic position, Nankangia displays 5 other possible autapomorphies, including an anteriorly projecting acromion, separated anterior and greater trochanters, dorsoventral extension of the pubic peduncle that is deeper than the ischial peduncle, and the lack of a downturned symphysial portion of the dentary. The latter trait is shared with the coeval Ganzhousaurus and Jiangxisaurus, suggesting a primarily herbivorous diet, whereas Banji and another unnamed oviraptorid from the same formation may have been more carnivorous, as they bear a downturned mandibular symphysis. Phylogeny. The phylogenetic position of Nankangia was explored by Lu et al. 2013, using the data matrix published with the description of Yulong. The obtained topology was resolved, with the exception of a polytomy between the Ingeniani, oviraptor, and the rest of the oviraptorini. Lu et al. 2013, suggested that Nankangia may form a clade with Gigantoraptor and carostenotes, and therefore refrained from including the former 2 taxa in the Oviraptoridae, even though this was not supported by their phylogenetic analysis. However, Oviraptoridae is currently defined as a stem-based taxon that excludes caenagnathoids but includes Oviraptor, and an alternative definition was not suggested by Lu et al. 2013. The cladogram below shows the phylogenetic position of Nankangia following this analysis, as the sister taxon to the clade mislabeled as Oviraptoridae. The phylogenetic analysis of Liu et al. 2017 recovered it as an oviraptorid closely related to Yulong and Nankangia.